In this episode, we're going to be speaking about some projects, some coins, and some stocks that I'm bullish and bearish about. Bitcoin is currently at a miserable 76,000 US dollars and some change. I predicted most of this bear market, ladies and gentlemen, and now I have to deal with most of the bulltards that are trying to convince me that this is the bottom. I've been telling them again and again that this is not the bottom and we're going to head far lower. And every time I drop a video, all I get is nothing but abuse, constantly abuse for just being different and not following the crowd, just thinking for myself and not subscribing to their cult. I will be bullish on Bitcoin, but not right now, ladies and gentlemen. So far, I am bearish on majority of crypto. As most of you are aware, it's a bear market year. There are some coins that I am bullish about, but first I need to speak about Zcash. I believe that this is money not spent well. It's a big grave mistake if you buy Zcash. Instead, what you should look into is Monero. I've been accumulating Monero for quite some time, and this has a fantastic setup. I think that this can go much higher during a bear market. I'm going to show you on the yearly, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks remarkable. In 2023, we had a green yearly candle. 2024, a green yearly candle. 2025, another green yearly candle. And we're just 6 months into this candle, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to have another green yearly candle. I like to use price history from the past, and this is silver. Silver was in a massive cup and handle from 1979 all the way until 2024 to finally break out. Likewise, Monero was in this massive cup and handle from December 2017 all the way till now in May 2026. It looks almost identical. Silver formed a base right over here. Monero formed a base right over here. It went up to this trend line right over here, and silver went up to this trend line, to the former highs. Likewise, Monero went to the former previous all-time high. Then Monero cascaded down, so did silver cascaded down during that time. It consolidated once again, and Monero consolidated once again to finally break out, and likewise silver broke out. Unfortunately, crypto has been plagued by grifters and scammers, and currently they're doing the same thing. A bunch of influencers have all gathered together to extract from the public. This, ladies and gentlemen, has no influencers. Matter of fact, it keeps on getting flooded. They've delisted Monero from almost every exchange, ladies and gentlemen. They want to ban Monero, and it looks like this. There is a use case, a real fundamental use case. Remember the days of Bitcoin. They used to say criminals use Bitcoin, and now they're saying that whoever uses Monero are criminals. I've been accumulating Monero for some time, ladies and gentlemen. I am very confident in Monero. During a bear market, it's been going up. During a bull market, it's been going up. During now, ladies and gentlemen, when Bitcoin is underperforming, it's actually showing strength. Now, a lot of Bitcoin maxis will tell you how is it faring against its Bitcoin pair. Now, I'm not interested in this price action previously because back then, Bitcoin was the only thing that really mattered. Since December 2024, it's outperformed Bitcoin by a whopping 400%, 4x. Currently, it's calmed down a little bit, and it's outperformed Bitcoin by 229%. It's about to form a golden support on its monthly. On my left is Zcash, on my right is another coin that many of you are familiar with. It started off sub, I believe, 10k market cap, and it went all the way up to around 4 to 5 billion market cap. Zcash, similar thing. It went from pretty much $35 all the way to around $700, $800, roughly around 20x. breaks, ladies and gentlemen. From very top to the peak went down roughly 74%, and likewise this coin from the very peak to the trough went down 78%. It's doing the same thing they done over here. You just have to look at price action, ladies and gentlemen. We wicked all the way to the previous high, formed a double top. Likewise, Zcash has the possibility of heading to a double top. Zcash is going to do the exact same thing. We're probably going to head to around $733. I will be shorting, and the rest is pretty much history. It will form a double top and then fall down and make new lows. On my left is Hyperliquid, on my right is Jupiter. These two fundamentally are very similar. They're in kind of the same niche or the same category. Jupiter is a decentralized exchange. Nothing's decentralized, but you know what I mean. Then you have Hyperliquid, another decentralized exchange. The pattern is similar. I would say maybe a 70% correlation. I'm hoping that this correlation breaks, ladies and gentlemen. I actually like Hyperliquid. However, we have hundreds of thousands of charts that look identical to this. Nothing is new in crypto, and unfortunately, I think it has the same fate as Jupiter. And Jupiter continued to move sideways for some time, made a right shoulder. I believe that this is going to make a right shoulder and head down. Truly, I do want to be wrong about Hyperliquid because I think that they are the good guys in this industry, but I've been proven wrong many times. This one's my favorite because I'm 99.9% that this is going straight to hell. TAO is a carbon copy of Aptos. It formed higher lows after higher lows after higher lows. Matter of fact, it had 3 peaks. 1, 2, 3. Aptos had 3 peaks, 1, 2, and 3. Unfortunately for a lot of cult members, this is a tale as old as time. Continues to make new lower lows. A new era is going to be ushered. I think everyone in the room is sick and tired of grifters. I think stocks are going to come to crypto. Some stocks that I have been accumulating is Interactive Broker. This, ladies and gentlemen, continues to go up and to the right. All you simply had to do for years is just buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. These dips are around 15%. And you were rewarded every single time you bought these dips. Apart from the tariff scare, everything else was smooth sailing. As long as it was above the golden support, those were all buy the dip opportunities. I'm extremely bullish on Micron, but I know there's many folks that are saying that semiconductors are done. It's over with. A bubble can last a very long time. I've been buying the dips every single time, ladies and gentlemen, and I've been rewarded. As long as it's above the golden support and above these MAs, the trend is your friend. You add to winners. You never ever add to losers.